Uh, Good morning. We are continuing on the text, Jewel Treasure of Advice. So this text, as with the same as the other one, basically show up the stage by stage path to the Buddhahood. So earlier, common teaching like a Hinayana aspect of teachings such as for training of the mind, those related to subjects already finished, and now we're talking about the Mahayana aspect of. So in the Mahayana, mainly Mahayana practice is this six paramita as a main practice of the Mahayana practitioner. Who is the Mahayana practitioner? Is the person who generate bodhicitta. Those all is a Mahayana practitioner. Anyone who generate bodhicitta, they are become a Mahayana practitioner. So so once we generate bodhicitta, we must practice the six paramita. So six paramita are like generosity, morality, patience, perseverance, method concentration, and wisdom. Those are in the Mahayana perspective of the practice of the trainings. Because it doesn't matter you are following to the Hinayana, Mahayana, either way, you have to main practice as a three trainings: training of the morality, training of the samadhi, training of the wisdom. So last time I mentioned in the Hinayana tradition, training of the three training as a practice of the three training as a practice with the 8 noble path. And in the Mahayana, practice as a three training as a 6 paramita. But generally, practice is the same. Doesn't matter you are in the Hinayana path or a Mahayana path. Only different is when you are in the Hinayana path, your main goal is a personal achieve the personal liberation. But in the Mahayana path, your main goal is achieve the Buddhahood for benefit of other beings. So one is you are achieving your own benefit, and the other one is achieving for others' sake. So that is different. So that way, this 2 different practices come. Reason is one is mostly aiming to the individual's liberations. So that way, practice as a 8 noble path. But Bodhisattva cannot concentrate on personal benefit, cannot concentrate as a personal aim, most important. So most important is I have to put other beings, other sentient beings. So that way, so this is how we can put other sentient beings as a more important as this practice of the 6 paramita. Like how to be, or whatever you have, knowledge, skill, method, and materials, whatever you have to share to other. It's not it's your like you are working for them. So that way you have to share everything. That is a part of the generosity. And second is protect yourself as a protecting from all those mistaking called the negative karma. So that is called a discipline or morality. That moral ethic is you're not holding that moral ethic, your own personal liberations. You're holding that morality as a liberation of all the loved ones, which mean the every sentient beings. So and so that reason is different. Even practice as a morality as a same as a Hinayana and but a Mahayana, you are holding the vow for others' benefit. So then so that is I think we'll talk about those two. I think we'll talk about the patient too. Patient means that now you have to be tolerant, because once you want to be Bodhisattva, you have to learn the patience. So there's three kinds of patience. I think maybe we're not yet talk about this one. So there's three kinds of patience. It's called the feeling easy toward to the someone's harmful. Like when you are helping other sentient beings, they are always not supportive, Some may be supportive, but some more like against what you do. So when against is come, when harm is come toward to you, how you have to react to Bodhisattva. If you react with them like a defensive, or if you react like them as a mostly is a what called the counter react, like the same way to react back to whatever they reacting, then you are not following to the Bodhisattva's path. So you have to learn how to feeling ease toward them, so have to be learn how to be patient. So patient means that feeling ease, which is how to handling them without harming them back. Of course you have to protect yourself too, but also you don't want to harm them too. If you protect yourself and harm them, then you lose your Bodhisattva vow. How you lose your Bodhisattva vow is your main reason why you practice Dharma is a benefit for them. But directly you couldn't benefit for them because of the some small incident. Then you're losing that your really main vow. So the reason you have to learn how to be feeling ease toward to the someone who harmful to you. Then the second one is I said the patient of the accepting the sufferings. It means that when you are working for the others benefit, it's not come easily. There are lots of difficulty. Maybe weather-wise difficulty, maybe because of physically tiredness, maybe difficulty to do lots of work. So there are lots of hardship comes overall. Hardship comes. Nothing is easy. I mean, basically, achieving anything is not come easy way. So one thing is that one or two is also not come pleasant way. Everyone, if we want to achieve something in our life, we have to sacrifice something. Without the sacrificing something, cannot achieve anything. So, so even mundane life, if you look those most successful people, they sacrifice so much. Like those all the really famous artists, most of them never had childhood. Because since they are 1-2 years old, their parents make them train. All the free time from the school, free time, they have to go through the training. That way they become really successful. They not become successful overnight just because they want. So we have to be sacrificed something to achieve some goal. Then of course, when we are benefited sentient beings, there are so many different ways to hardship comes. So we have to learn how to accepting those hardships. If you give up because there's something is not pleased, or something is not easy, or something is not pleasant, then then you're not going to achieve anything. You have to learn how to accept the difficulty in your life. So through that accepting difficulty, or or going through the difficulty and achieve. I mean, even look the Buddha and Milarepa, they are like in the practitioners, most of practitioners icon. And how difficult life they went. Not just only Buddha and Milarepa, even all those other great masters. They not gain those realization with the easy way. They not gain those realization living on the really luxury place and eating all the, really delicious meal and, driving really fancy car. That way they not achieve. So they really sacrifice. That's what is mean in the Sanskrit. It's called the tapasya. Tapasya means that someone hardship. They really went through the hardship. So that is what is mean the actually become an ordained as a really basically become an ordained as a main reason is they want to be sacrificed all their mundane lives of pleasure, joyful, to achieve something bigger goal. So we have to, Bodhisattva, doesn't matter you are lay or ordained, you have to learn all those hardship, have to learn how to be patient with those all hardship. Make sense? So it means that not break when hardship comes. Lots of people, they first interested on the Dharma. And they think that Dharma is a really pleasant, peaceful, really joyful, relax, and people that love each other and this and that. They have that kind of imagination. Yes, but when it comes to the actual reality, it's not that simple like that. It's just, there always be conflict. There always a difficulty. Doesn't matter where you go. Until you learn how to, accept or how to go through the difficulty. If you try to run away, nothing going to be achieved. So that way, not just only Bodhisattva, everyone, we have to learn how to be tolerant as a difficulty in life. Make sense? Then Bodhisattva, not just only one individual's benefit, he or she is taking responsibility about every sentient beings. For their sake, you have to accept all those hardships. So basically, there's two kinds of hardship you can say. Some hardships bring to you result as a what's called the negative. Like a mouse, cat waiting for the mouse. They concentrate, they disciplined. They are really smart. They know how to hide themselves. That hardship is only bring to the negative. That kind of hardship. That's actually in the Buddhism we could put them as a part of the laziness. So here hardship means that something is bring the positive result. So when come that one, then we have to learn how to tolerate. So that was said, second is called the patience of the accepting the suffering. Is it not talking about the accepting suffering, mean that every kind of suffering you should accept. It's not. Some people have that kind of idea of, once we become a Bodhisattva, we have to accept all those. That's not necessary. But if something is bring good result from that suffering, like when you do prostration, for example, it's not easy. It makes you really tired. but it will bring good result physically or spiritually, both way, to bring great result when you're meditating. It's not easy, but if we do this continually, it will bring the great result. So that way, those kind of action, which is a hardship, but when we do, it will bring the great result. So here is a talking about the Bodhisattva, be patient from the accepting the suffering. Mean that when you helping other sentient beings, they will have lots of different kind of suffering comes. You have to learn how to accept them. When you practice in Dharma, there are many times it come to the obstacles. So the patient understanding the nature of the Dharma. I think we talked this one so the last time. So patient understand nature of Dharma is like sometime some circumstance, some people have a hardship to accepting the true nature, like emptiness. So that is it. So that kind of beings, actually, beings who are lack of the merit, they have a really difficult to understand the emptiness. Need understand the emptiness, generally understand the Dharma, and having interest in the Dharma, especially understand the emptiness and having faith in the emptiness, need a great support of a merit support. Without the great support of the merit, it's not impossible to come that one. So that way, those have to be patience, and I think we've done that one. Now it's a 48 said perseverance. Yeah, the three kind of perseverance are like a whip that encouraging street. They are the supreme method for the perfect and holy Dharma, and to quickly free oneself from the samsara. This is my heart's advice. So perseverance also, there's a three type of perseverance. But first is a definition of the perseverance. You have to know the definition of the perseverance. If you don't know the definition of perseverance, then you think every single hard working is become a part of the perseverance. Every single hard work is not become a perseverance. So you have to know the definition. What the definition is said, feeling of the joy on the virtuous action. When you feel like joyful on doing something good, that is a perseverance. But if you enjoying doing something bad, that is become laziness. That's not called perseverance. So all the hard work is just being hard work is cannot necessarily cannot become perseverance. Yeah, like a butcher. They really work hard to kill animals. But those are become a part of the laziness, being attached to the negative action, laziness of the being attached to the non-virtue. So that way, definition of the perseverance is a feeling of joy in the virtuous action. If you have a feeling of joy in the virtuous action, you're you have perseverance. Now, this one is, again, we have to go. Even you're practicing Dharma, like, for example, you're reciting the mantra. What purpose you're reciting the mantra? Yeah? If you have intention of you want to recite the mantra to become more powerful so that way you can harm your enemy, you're not practicing Dharma. If that is become a practice Dharma, Milarepa doesn't need to go to search to the Marba. He already knew how to practice those. He was a really powerful tantric practitioner. But as a tantric practice, but it's like a black magic. So just practice. Even the Vajrayana, It just practicing, recite the mantra is alone cannot become the, perseverance. Can be that is a turn to the laziness if you have a wrong, what called the intention. So that is how become a black magic. So lots of time we do this one. We have that kind of a conceptual. We do lots of wrathful mantra. Intention is want to be, harm to the evil spirit. When it comes to the Mahayana, you harm into the evil spirit or you harm into the one human being. It's the same, equal to harm sentient beings. They are not said, don't harm human sentient beings in the Mahayana. If you not take under your care and loving kindness and compassion in one beings, you broke your Mahayana path, Mahayana vow. So it's an evil spirit too. They are belong to the part of the sentient beings. Make sense? If you recite the mantra to harm them, then you don't have a Bodhisattva vow. Then you just become a black magician. So whatever we do, we need first we need as a intention, as a positive intention. Make sense? If you look the recollection of the three jewels, sutra recollection of the three jewels. When come to the Dharma, said Dharma as a beginning virtue, middle virtue, and virtue. That is what Dharma means. So beginning means the intention. What kind of motivation, what kind of intention, why you want to do this practice? Make sense? So even you recite the mantra for day and night really effortfully, if you doing that one is the wrong reasons, harm enemy or harm evil spirit or some things reasons, then yes, you don't have a bodhicitta. You are not have a perseverance. You are lazy, being attached to the negative action. Yeah, lazy of being attached. So that way, this. So that way, this is important to must know what is the definition of the perseverance. Yeah. So then you can read that is in the jewel ornament. So they are said three kind of a perseverance. So perseverance of armor, perseverance of the application, and stable perseverance. Sometimes it's the last one is called the diligent of the never regarding is enough. So a perseverance of the armor mean that make sure no matter what comes, it's not going to break through you. Yeah?
Not going to penetrate.
Yeah. So like when you come to the Dharma, you have some degree of devotion, faith, hope. Yeah. Then you face into the challenge. When the challenge is, because of that challenge, you give up, it break you through. Yeah. Breakthrough. So you don't have enough armor. So you have to wear the armor of no matter what happened, I'm not going to give it up. Make sense? That is what armor mean, Then the second one is perseverance of the applications. So then perseverance is not just enough to have intentions. Then you have to put effort, whatever. As earlier I said, any kind of success does not come with the easy way. Have to put effort. Have to apply ourselves. Sometimes we become so lazy and we're hoping to kind of a miracle power to gain some wisdom through the deity's blessing, through the guru's blessing, without our own application. That is impossible. No matter how powerful deity they are. There's one story, one beggar, he practiced wealth deity. And the wealthy deity, and he become like a, you know, friend, like a see face to face every day. But his position of the wealth is never changed. He be still beggar. Yeah. So that is a showing as a, even the wealthy deity cannot give anything. I saw on the YouTube, in California, one independent movie maker, he gave one homeless $100,000 without a condition, said, you can do whatever, but I will follow with you. The homeless guy, he gave cash 100,000. Then that homeless guy buy truck, he buy, you know, have an apartment and everything. Then he found a girlfriend, and he thought that money is so much, and he would last long forever. I think maybe it not take more, maybe less than a year. He back to the street. Yeah, so we have to put the application. If we're waiting from someone who will do something, never going to be succeed. There's no such things that a blessing or, you know, CD, something that give you without your own effort.
No free lunch.
Yeah, so no free lunch. I mean, there's such things free, actually, there's. So sometimes in our life, we feel like, oh, we gain it free. That is the same as you using credit card. Sooner or later, you have to pay all the bills. So there's not such thing as a free gain somewhere. Yeah. So that way we have to apply. So that is called the applications. In insatiable perseverance, insatiable. I think it's the same as a never be enough.
Insatiable or insatiable?
Insatiable. Insatiable perseverance means that no matter how much you gain, until you become a complete Buddhahood, never, you know, satisfied with what you gain. Sometimes when we come to the Dharma, try to meditate a little bit, and a little bit stable comes, you know, then think, oh, I'm a great practitioner. Then our arrogance is gone on the roof, you know, then this become a problem. So that way never be what called the diligence, never be regarding the enough. So that is three. These three kind of perseverance is like the whips to that encouraging the steed. So like horse race, horse race, yeah? Horse race, they using the whips, yeah? Try to push that horse run faster. So that like that. So why we need that kind of whips to, you know, go across the fast, because the supreme method to perfect the holy Dharma and quickly free oneself from the samsara. We have to try to quickly liberate it from the samsara, because the samsara is not the pleasant or not the safe. They said samsara is like a nest of the poisonous snake. Yeah, nest of the poisonous snake. If you fall down in that kind of a poisonous snake's nest, what you will do? You're not going to say, okay, first I want to take nap, then I will escape from here. Without anything else, even in your hand, really special object or really expensive object or whatever you carry, you will throw away them and you run away much faster as you can. Yeah. So that way you need the whip of a perseverance to free from this what called the poisonous snake nest of the, can call the snake nest. Yeah.
Nest or snake den.
Yeah. So samsara. Or if your apartment is caught in the fire, what you will do? You're not going to take a nap. You're not going to enjoy your cup of coffee. You know, you just run away from that. You will forget everything. So you need that kind of concept to see as a samsara as that kind of dangers. So that way need a perseverance. So what is the whip, or what is the horse, or what make us to cross from the samsara is the holy dharma. In basically dharma means the phenomena. Every phenomena is become a dharma. But there's also dharma as a using as a religions. So it's in India, dharma is basically a common language of every religion, Hindu, Jainism, everyone use that. So is a Sanskrit is called the Sata Dharma. Actually, literally it translates is called the true Dharma. Something is telling truth, you know. So that way, and meaningfully translate as a holy Dharma. So in Tibet, it's actually translated as a temperature. So not translate as a literally the word of the Satta. You know, so that way, it's in English also now using holy Dharma. So something is telling the truth. You know, if we like you know, all our livelihood can say culture or tradition, yeah, can say those are dharma, but they are not necessarily truth. They are not necessarily holy. So what Buddha give us instruction, they are truth. Why? Because with this 2,500 years, no one can prove that Buddha was wrong. You know, no matter modern what called the technology or modern science or anything is become improving better, but it never aparting from the Buddha's wisdom. Now our actually basically science is really advanced, yeah. The science still not reach even the halfway to Buddha's wisdom. Buddha, like science, can see as a phenomena, as a what called this parlous item, yeah. What that's subtles, more subtles. Yeah, but Buddha see further than that. Buddha can see within the what called atom, whole universe inside within the atom. Scientists couldn't recognize that part. So that way, even the halfway now reach. Then forget about the mentally part. They have no idea. Make sense? So that is the what is in Buddhist wisdom is how truth. If other religion try to compare with the sciences, they have to lots of different way to explain. Yeah, Buddhism no need any kind of explanation. We just say what we have. They are nothing like try to find the meaning, or this mean this way, this mean that way. It's because the Buddha taught us a truth one. So that what this mean the holy Dharma. So something is true. Something is a, you know, kind of like a when that is the truth, one is a have a value. If that's a fake, it have no value. Yeah, worthless. So that way Buddha's wisdom is true, that way have a great value. So that makes us a holy Dharma. So holy Dharma is the only how to liberate us from the samsara quickly. So that is showing us actually samsara means the not recognizing the truth. Nirvana means that somebody can see the truth of the phenomena, true, you know, so that is different that way. Quickly free oneself samsara. This is my heart's advice. Now, meditative consultations. Meditative equipoise is like the glorious palace. One can abide there in the peace and joy and can rest there from samsara. Practice samadhi without the distraction. This is my heart's advice. Meditative equipoise. So, our mind is basically uneven, yeah? Ups and downs, emotion, thought, uneven like a water wave. So bringing that to the calmness of the even is called the equipoise. We are freeing our mind from the conceptual of a roller coaster. Roller coaster? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that way it's called the equanimity mean. Have to bring to that kind of a equal level through the meditation. That is what is meditation mean, the samadhi. Training, or on the another hand is called the training of the mind. Yeah. So equipoise, like a glorious palace. So meditation is like a palace, really glorious palace who completely secure, you know, and beautiful. So if you are in the palace, in the, you know, one thing is inside is a really luxury, so beautiful and comfortable living area. Another one is that they are really fully secure, guard. So have to not worry about any kind of harm or any kind of dangers. So through the meditation, we have that kind of feeling of secure, our mind secure from the harm and dangers by the meditation. One can abide there in the peace and joy and can rest there from samsara. So samsara is restless because always constantly worrying, hope, that too mind have no time to rest. Even we are trying to rest in the sleep also restless. You know, tortured by the, you know, a nightmare or tortured by the different kind of, all kind of unpleasant dream. So we not get that much rest lots of time. So how to rest that one? Say our mind have to go to the samadhi or meditation, equipoise meditations. So that is what is mean that here rest from the samsara. Practice the samadhi without the distraction. So we have to learn how to practice the samadhi without the distraction. Mean that there's two physically distraction and mentally distractions. Yeah, physically distraction means the noisy or some other people come around us, or there are lots of you know, distraction comes to when we're practicing. So that way we have to find the place is a quiet place, somewhere it can be quiet. And mentally distraction is a discursive thought. So samadhi means they have to ease them. So discursive thought is the roller coaster. You know, physically distraction is it can avoid easily, can just go to move away. But mentally discussion not that easy. So you have to find how to equipoise them, how to ease them. They have to equalize, like from the roller coaster of the conceptual thought of a discursive thought, yeah? So we have to work with that thought. You know, some people think that meditation is just forgetting all those thoughts. By just temporarily forgetting all those thoughts, now I'm going to liberate you from the thought. This is like taking alcohol or drugs. Temporarily, your intention is gone, yeah? You kind of like numb. It doesn't mean that your attention is actually gone. You can numb your consciousness, but you cannot numb your alaya consciousness. So you can numb your body and the mind, but you cannot numb your alaya consciousness. Alaya consciousness is holding all those memory.
What's the word? Alaya?
Yeah, alaya.
Alaya.
Yeah. So alaya consciousness is something that holds everything. So that way, even long after we remember things. No, really not translator. So that way. So like that, last time I said, like if you are a smoker, you don't remember you urge or want to smoke. It's all time. But after a little while, it come back. So how come you're not forgetting totally? Because your alaya consciousness keep that memory. So that way, even with using this substance here,
Substance.
yeah, substance, it cannot eliminate this roller coaster of discursive thought. Only temporarily. Why? Because we're not working with them. Yeah, so we have to find a way to how to eliminate them from the within ourselves. So that like if you read the Shantidevas, where Buddhasatwa contracts chapter 8 is the metric constitution. In there said, like for example, if you have a jealousy with someone because someone is better than you, then one method is you exchange with yourself to the other person. You put on that person's position, that person put your own position, and start having pride. Yeah? Yeah, pride. Your jealousy will reduce. At the same way, if you are proud of yourself, it's a really pride, yeah? Proud, because you are better than someone. Then exchange again. To put that person on your position, you put that person position and start having jealousy. Then your pride is pride is go away. So like this, we have to work with our emotion. Just try to hiding is not going to work, not to liberate. So that is what meditation means. And on the another hand, Buddha said actually, like discursive thought mean like ignorant, attachment, aversion. Those are the main root of the discursive thought. So when you have ignorance, meditate on the independent. What is independent mean? The knowing of the phenomena, deeper part of the knowing phenomena, yeah? If you educated yourself on that phenomena, you never become a conceptual thought as a discursive thought, whatever. So if you want to eliminate your ignorance, you have to meditate on the interdependent. If you want to eliminate your attachment, meditate on the ugliness. If you want to eliminate your aversion, meditate on the loving kindness, compassion. So meditation, how to eliminate is based on our own mental position. What kind of mind is stronger, have to work with that first. So that is also, you can see 7-point mind training. Whatever strongest afflictive emotion, work with that first. So that is what is mean the eliminating the distraction. Yeah. So this meditation is basically we divide it into mundane meditation. Can say meditation, yeah, mundane way, and super mundane. It's mean that some path to the Buddhahood. So mundane is basically just learning how to train mind into the samadhi alone as become only a reach to the form realm or formless realm. But when you're practicing that of the mental concentration with the support of the emptiness and compassion, and it becomes transcended from the worldly meditation. So just, stop thinking or something like that is not good in our meditation. Samadhi, karma by the meditation. Sorry. So that way, a practice of the samadhi without the distractions. This is my heart's advice. So we have to eliminate all the distraction, physical distraction, and mentally distraction. Yeah. Now it says wisdom 50, that discriminating awareness is like I, the principal sense faculty. It can distinguishing all the dharma without a mistake. This is a lamb on the path to liberation. This is my heart advice. So also wisdom itself have in the jewel ornament, you can see 3 different type of wisdom. Yeah. Mundane wisdom, lesser supramundane wisdom, and lesser supramundane wisdom and supramundane wisdom. So mundane wisdom is a knowledge of like art, language, physicians, yeah. And the science. Those are called the mundane wisdom. Why? Because those wisdom make our mundane life easier. But those wisdom cannot give you the liberation. So anything, so what we mundane life, whatever we learn is called a mundane wisdom. Lesser supramundane wisdom mean that wisdom of the hearing, contemplation, meditation of the like Hinayana path, like a Four Noble Truth. Yeah. So from that too, we realize the selflessness of self. It liberates us from the samsara, but not yet reached to the Buddhahood by that alone wisdom. Then a great supramundane wisdom is a Mahayana path, with a totally understand that the emptiness of the emptiness of the self and the emptiness of the phenomena. By that, we reach to the totally Buddhahood. So those wisdom are like eyes. Without the eye, lake cannot reach to the destination. Yeah, arm cannot reach to the what we want to reach. Cannot find those. So that way we need the wisdom, distinguishing. So that way I said discriminating awareness. This is really important. Sometimes we think that having knowledge is enough to, some kind of knowledge enough to call the wisdom, but here is in discriminating wisdom. Like if you know the science, if you know the medicines, if you know the art, if you know the language, it doesn't mean that you have a truly understand of the discrimination of what is right, what is wrong, what's truth, what's not truth. So here, discrimination wisdom means the knowledge that know the true truth. What is the relative truth? What is the absolute truth? So that is what is then discriminating awareness. It's like I. That's principal sense faculty. So it means the principal sense faculty is all the other sense faculty is not important as eyes. Yeah. So that way most important is eyes. Why? Because it can distinguishing all the dharma without the mistakes. So here dharma as a small d. I mean talking about the phenomena. All the phenomena can distinguishing what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. We don't have that kind of discrimination wisdom. That way we make lots of time mistake. If we have that discrimination wisdom, we will never make any mistake. So, this that it is a lamp on the path to the liberations. So, path to the liberation, you have to see. How to see is by awareness of wisdom. So that way, in the Adisha's lamp of the path, it said, without the discrimination of wisdom, other five paramita cannot reach to the nirvana or enlightenment. So that reason, wisdom awareness is a necessity. With the wisdom awareness, and all the five paramita can become a path to the Buddhahood. Same way, Eight Noble Path. If you don't have a right view, rest is not become a path to the liberation. So rest is possible can become a path to the liberation because of the right view. So that right view is the wisdom awareness. Yeah. In the Eight Noble Path. In the sixth paramita, wisdom wisdom paramita is the wisdom discrimination awareness. So this is my hard advice is a Bodhisattva train on those six paramitas, must train. Without the training of the six paramita, none of a Bodhisattva reach to the Buddhahood. So that way, in the Bodhisattva, Shantideva Bodhisattva contract said, who is more important to Bodhisattva to become a Buddha or sentient beings? So answer is equal to important. Why? Because without the Buddha, we will not have that wisdom to how to practice the six paramita. Without the sentient being, we cannot practice actually six paramita. Yeah. So like a doctor, you need to go to the school. Without the school, you not become a doctor. But even you become a doctor, you need a patient. If you don't have a patient, you're not a doctor. So together it make you doctor. Yeah. So same way to Bodhisattva must need both as an important Buddha and sentient beings. So why sentient being is important? Because without the sentient beings, you cannot practice the six paramita. How you can practice the morality, how you practice the generosity, how you can practice the patience. Yeah. So those are, especially on those, you must need other sentient beings. Without the other sentient beings' support, you cannot practice those. Not support, what called that? Coordination? Not really coordination.
Cooperation.
Can say, yeah, cooperation. Without the others' cooperation, you cannot complete the six paramita. So that reason, both are important. So Bodhisattva who want to practice the six paramita and follow to the footstep of the Buddha, footprint of the Lord Jesus, then you need the six paramita. Okay, now it's come to the famous subject, that's the Vajrayana. why is called the Vajrayana? What make us a Vajrayana practitioner?
Indomitable.
Indomitable? What that mean?
Can't be defeated, can't be broken, can't be pierced, can't be.
So what make is we can be defeat?
What makes it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that you were going to tell us.
So first we have to concentrate on what is the Vajra mean. Yeah. Vajra mean something indestructible.
Yeah, that's like indomitable, like a diamond. Can't be.
You want me to explain or you want to just argue like that?
Oh, you can explain. I give you permission.
So Vajra as indestructible. Why is it indestructible? Because of the ultimate nature. Ultimate nature of the emptiness is no one can destroy the emptiness. So when we said Vajrayana, mean that we got a path through that Vajrayana path. How do we get to the path of the Vajrayana? Is a union of the wisdom and emptiness. This is a union of this wisdom and emptiness. I'm sorry, wisdom and method, sorry. Wisdom, sometimes it's called the wisdom and method, sometimes called the wisdom and compassion, sorry. That is make us a Vajrayana. So lots of time we think, when I receive the empowerment, that make me Vajrayana. First of all, you only receive the empowerment if you understood the meaning of the empowerment. If you don't understand the meaning of the empowerment, you not receive the empowerment by receiving the ceremony. So what is the meaning of the empowerment? Is it? As a called 4 kind of unions. Clarity and union of the clarity, emptiness, union of the bliss and emptiness, union of the now I forgot even the English, but so that is basically those unions. Union of the appearance and emptiness. So those, when we recognizing that one, so that is called the three Vajras: Vajra body, Vajra speech, Vajra mind. What is the Vajra body? Is the appearance and union of the appearance and emptiness as a Vajra body. Union of the sound and emptiness called the Vajra speech. And union of the mind or thought and emptiness is called the Vajra mind. When we're recognizing that one through the ceremony of the empowerment, then you receive the empowerment. So once you have that one, then you become indestructible. That is what's mean the Vajrayana. That way Vajrayana mean the practitioner who practicing the union of the compassion and wisdom. So what does compassion mean? The compassion mean all the method, including the bodhicitta. All those are what called what is Vajrayana practitioners. Not just receiving empowerment as not good enough. So not just reciting some mantra cannot say I'm a Vajrayana. You know, become a Vajrayana is not that easy actually. The Supreme Vajrayana is like the king of the elephants. Its essence is without the difficulty to bring complete enlightenment. It's the essence of the teachings. This is my heart's advice. So once you can truly practice the Vajrayana, and that path is really quick to more quicker than other. So like compared to all the transportation animal like a horse or anything, I think elephant is the fastest. Also like carrying not just only fast, also carrying so many things together. And especially here is used as a king of the elephants. Though this is a king of the elephant is basically talking about some kind of elephant that is 10 times stronger than ordinary elephants. So something that elephants, because all time actually elephant is the who carry many things and who go really fast and long, I think. So that is like a, you know, now have a train, airplane, you know, those cannot be compared to the elephant. This is talking about the like to more than 2,000 years old language at that times, you know. In the instant, without the difficulty, it will bring to a complete enlightenment. So elephant can cross many area without the difficulty. Same way, Vajrayana can be brought to the instant. I think why Vajrayana path is quicker, because in the Vajrayana, within the path, we already visualizing the result. You know, you transform immediately your place as a deity's mandala, yourself as a deity. That is actually result to what we want to accomplish. So that one is a because we already meditating on the result as a path, that make, I think, quicker accomplish that one. In the Sutra, in the traditions, we always say meditate the Buddha as a somewhere else. We are at the front of the Buddha, so hoping to get there. So I think this, you can see that actually mentally already have a distinguish in the Sutra, you know, between the Buddha and you. But in the Vajrayana, there's no, can say distinguish?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's no gap. So that make us, I think, emotionally and also closer. Yeah. So it's just like elephant without difficulty to bring to the complete enlightenment. It's the essence of the teachings. So all the teaching, Hinayana, Mahayana, all the essence is the Vajrayana. Because in the only Vajrayana actually can explain the true essence of the Buddha's wisdom and kaya. So in the Sutra tradition, they don't explain or they don't teach what is a really wisdom and what is really like kayas. In the Vajrayana, there's 5 wisdom, 5 kaya or 3 kayas. Those all detail, I think, result of the detail instruction is only can give in the Vajrayana teachings, not in the Sutra. The reason they call the essence of the teachings, mean that all the Buddha's teachings say really essence is the Vajrayana. Because those ultimate result, you know, complete Buddhahoods, actually result is mostly in the explained in the Vajrayana text than Sutra. Sutra, they show the path, but they don't tell to that what kind of result actually gain. I mean, they say that we gain to the Buddha. But there's no more detailed information about what is Buddha, what is wisdom. In the Vajrayana teaching, I think they have a more detail on those. So that way it's become a more essence, I think. This is my heart's advice. Now, here said. So when we enter to the Vajrayana, Vajrayana is through the empowerment. We only can enter to the Vajrayana path is through the empowerment. Without the empowerment, no one can get to the Vajrayana path. If the Tantric themselves said, Buddha himself said in the Tantra, without the empowerment, if somebody received the teaching and someone gave the teaching on the Vajrayana, both making heavy negative karma. When I say somewhere like that those people thought I'm attacking to them directly. I mean, that is their personal choice, whatever they do. That's not my responsibility to tell what to do them. But I just, when they ask me to give teaching, then I have to deliver what Buddha said. So Buddha said in the Tantra, without the empowerment, you're not allowed to share the Vajrayana instruction, teachings. You have to receive empowerment. So who give you empowerment in the Vajrayana? That is your root guru. Especially within the empowerment, fourth empowerment, teaching, the instruction of the Mahamudra. And from whom you have a direct realization of the nature of mind through that empowerment, that is your root guru. So in the Vajrayana, there is called the three type of root gurus, divided into three. The guru who give you the empowerment is one. Guru who give you the instruction is two, oral instruction, a transmission. And guru who give you the oral instruction is three. So within the empowerment, actually when you're giving the vast empowerment, I mean body vast empowerment is a body initiation. That is you receiving the empowerment. Actually empowerment is that one. Body initiation. Transforming your five aggregate as a five Buddha family through vast empowerment. Then you receive the speech empowerment, which is also included the mantra recitation. Yeah. So that is a transmission. You have to receive the mantra transmission. Within the empowerment, I can say this way. Then when you receive the mind empowerment, you receive the actually oral instruction of the nature of the mind. So that way it's called the root guru who bestow the empowerment, root guru who give the transmission, root guru who give the oral instructions. This can be from the one person or can be from the three different people. So this root guru is come from there. That way come to after the Vajrayana said root guru, yeah? The root lama is like wish-fulfilling jewels. So wish-fulfilling jewel give you the fulfill all your wishes. From the guru, you fulfill your wish of the supreme city. So wish-fulfilling jewel can give you the mundane city. Wish-fulfilling jewel of a guru, from the guru, you get the supreme city of realization of the Mahamudra. So that way, Buddha himself said, all the CD are reliant to the guru. Without the guru, cannot accomplish the CD. So how guru give you the CD is through the empowerment, transmission, instruction. Especially, I think, from whom you have a direct realization of your nature of mind, that is a guru, root guru. So that way, root lama is like fulfilling jewels. He is a source of all the good qualities. Because without the guru's, empowerment, transmission, and instruction, we cannot gain all the good quality of the enlightenment. So that way, source of all the good qualities. Therefore, attend him with a flawless respect. This is, I think, maybe translation, I mean, Tibetan sentence is maybe mistake in this one. Flawless, maybe a flawless or tireless respect. And maybe this one is keep that way, flawless respect. I think it means the, sincerely show the respect, pay homage to the guru. That's called the devotion. This is my heart's advice.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So you said, because aren't there like many different kinds of empowerments? You said it's negative karma to try and practice the Vajrayana without an empowerment. Is there like one particular one you're talking about? Because like we did the Shakyamuni empowerment 2 weeks ago, but like, is there one that you're talking about, or is it like any of them? Any
Vajrayana practice have to start with empowerment. Anything. But one thing is also can say is if you receive higher yoga empowerment, I think can cover other one too, lower one. But you receive the lower empowerment, lower yoga's empowerment too cannot cover the highest one. So that way, if you receive like Chakra or Vajrayukini or some kind of that kind of empowerment, then you can say, I think other like a Tara or Genesi, even you don't have empowerment, as long as you have transmission, I think you can practice them. But of course, if you have all their individually empowerment directly related to that one, that then it's much better. But what I'm saying is, even you don't have Tara empowerment, but long as you have a Vajrayukini or Panjana Paramitas empowerment, you can practice Tara and without making mistake. Make sense? So it can be covered from that, but not necessarily. I mean, it's not saying it's the same as a not receive empowerment. I'm not sure that one.
Can it be lateral? Can you do Chenrezig if you had received the Tara empowerment?
I think those are kind of can do that one. Same one or lower one.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's one of the country teaching is mentioned that one. It's not my idea. So flawlessly respect to the gurus. Now here's this one. I think need to change the translation in the Tibetan spelling and translation both. It said, flawless devotion is like a well-plowed field. Yeah. White flower field. It is the basis for all the virtue, dharma, and excellence. Supplicate with the devotion. This is my heart's advice. So I think this is not faultless. This should be in they're called the, and Jidisumgun's teaching called the essence of the Mahayana. In that root text, it said, Kyome gube lamekashintus. Kyo member mean without the tire, without the discouraging, without the sadness. because there's always have a hardship, difficulty, not come easily, you know. When those difficulty come, don't discourage yourself.
So should it be tireless?
Tireless, or there's a few words comes. It said without the fatigue, fatigue, fatigu, fatigue.
Yes, like tired.
Okay.
Persistent,
Awareness. Sorry.
persistent, with persistent devotion.
Not really persistent. This is more like a, you know, like you feel like, oh, giving up because of the difficulty. So without the tire. So devotion would tirelessly, without the or can say discouragement. Devotion without the discouragement. So I think that this needs change, that even the Tibetan spelling.
What's the word for that moment when you're about ready to surrender and give up? There's a word, I can't think of it. Discouragement is one, but discouragement, it's
Sadness, something that make you really like feels really disappointed or sad or something.
yeah.
There's a, I don't know the English word, but in the Tibetan it's called the kyo. You know, it make you kind of like a
Resigning resignation. No,
no.
that's not.
No. So I think this need change the word. So that kind of kyome guba, kyome mugu. So devotion without the kind of like tiredness, yeah. Tireless devotion is like the well plow field. So when plow field devotion is like a make us our field is really healthy. Our mind is become a really healthy field to can plant any crop.
Fertile,
Yeah,
fertile,
yeah.
fertile.
So if our mind is not really, you know, devoted, it means that not trusting, not have faith, not have a, you know, confidence, and this, then this is not cannot plan anything easily. Yeah. So whatever we need received from the guru is based on our devotion. Without the devotion, even guru cannot give you that. So that way there's one story. One old man came to Atisha requesting, Guru, bless me, give me some blessings. And Atisha requests him to said, old man, please give me some devotions. So this kind of a tireless devotion, yeah. Tireless devotion is like well plow field. When a field is a well plow, then it can plant anything, flower, fruit, vegetable, grain, anything want to plant, it grow there. Same way, when a devoted mind, you know, without the tiredness or without the kind of like a sadness, then that guru can plant any kind of seed on there, it grow there. So because our devotion is not strong enough, so we're really selective. Oh, I like this one, I don't like this one. What he say is I agree, but what he say I don't agree. That is come from the lack of devotion. Lack of devotion means that you don't trust anymore that person. Only you trust when he or she says something is agreeable with you. Make sense? then the guru, no matter who, they cannot plan anything on us because we don't trust. When we don't trust, mean that we're blocking all the whatever wisdom we're receiving. We say no, I don't want. Yeah. So that way, I think this is maybe tireless devotion. So is the basis for all the virtue, dharma, and excellent. All the virtue of the dharma and all the excellent. Excellent means the whatever accomplishing come from there. Like if feel is good, then whatever you plan, it grow. Then become really fruition. Fruit will come from there, definitely, when cause and condition come together. So virtue, dharma, excellence, supplicated with the devotion. This is my heart's advice. So what does the guru devotion mean?
Trust, respect, doing what they practice what they teach.
So guru devotion is the first thing. You have to see guru as a truly vajatara dharmakaya. Yeah. Then from there too, you have to supplicate it. So if you don't see guru as a truly dharmakaya, even you practice as a really high yoga, I don't think so you will have that high yoga realization of that dharmakaya. Whatever you see as a guru, you will get that one. So I think guru devotion is we have to see guru as a truly dharmakaya. Then that's because in the jewel ornament, Gambopa said, even you see guru as a nirmana kaya, sambhoga kaya is not good enough. That the jewel ornament is basically talking about the Mahayana tradition, not even not the Vajrayana. So I think this reason is when we're saying guru devotion is a guru as a see as a truly dharmakaya. Then when we see the guru as a truly dharmakaya, then complete enlightened one. Yeah. Then once we see the guru as a complete enlightened one, then next one is to become easier. Otherwise, always we are selective or questionable. Next one said, the Lama's teaching are like a healing medicine. His beneficial words are spoken for your sake. Therefore, carry out the Lama's instruction. This is my heart's advice. So Lama's teaching is like a medicine. Medicine are not always sweet, okay? Some are really painful. Some are really sour. Some are really bitter. Not always it tastes good. So same way, once you trust that guru as a truly Buddha, then whatever he or she give you instruction you have to take as a medicine. When you're not listening to the doctor, you have no chance to recover from the sickness. In the Tibetan, we said, bossy patient caused to death. So that way, when guru's instruction is, it doesn't matter what kind of giving you have to follow sincerely with that. Like when Marba was giving to the Milarepa to building houses. First, everyone thought he's just treasuring him, just making him miserable. But by those hardship, purified all the Milarepa's negative. If Milarepa do complete building the 9th store himself, he will reach to the within this life, what called rainbow body. But because of the Mahaprabhu's consult, Dhamma's compassion, and he couldn't give that hardship. So that way, Milarepa didn't get that rainbow body. That is Mahaprabhu himself said later. So Guru, once you have an authentic Guru, I'm not talking about every Guru, whoever giving teachings. Once come to the authentic Guru, then, you know, you must follow to his or her advice. So authentic Guru. So carry out the Lama's instruction. This is my heart's advice. Some people have this kind of attitude. Oh, maybe this Lama is better because I saw on the internet this people describe it. Then go there. Then there's some conflict come. Maybe this Lama is better. They change it Lama here, there. Yeah. And I had one. I read one children's book. It's children's book. All those animals planting the vegetables, rabbit, fox, what called? There like many of those animals, chicken, they planting the vegetables for them. And the rabbit, I think that was a rabbit. And he went to the one animals and said, "What you are planning?" And he said, "Oh, I'm planning this and that. And it go to, you know, end of the year, I will get this fruit or vegetable." So he planned that one. Then he saw other animals, another animals, and he asked, "What you planning?" And said, "Oh, I'm planning this one, and it will get fruit within that, looking much quicker than earlier one. Earlier one said 6 months. He said this one said 5 months or 4 months. Then he removed all the old one, planned the new one. So he was like doing that one continually. So kind of his whole summer is a kind of finished with the trying many things. Then when end of the summer, everyone have a, you know, complete their vegetable. Everyone, whatever they plan, they have a vegetable. He got nothing because he was planning here, there, trying to that one. Then maybe not good. Then pull out to some other seed, pull out other seed. So never complete, never continue. So that way, that is what is mean the not carrying out the Lama's instruction, just window shopping. So how to carry on out the Lama's instruction? Once you make your mind to that this is my Guru, then make an offering with the 3 way of pleasing. It's like the polishing the jewel. Is bring to the rainfall of the supreme and common city. The Lama is the embodiment of the object to the refuge. This is my heart's advice. So you have to please the 3 way. Lama basically 3 different ways to pleasings. Pleasing by the offering of the material, pleasing by the offering of the service, and pleasing by the offering of the practice. I mean, like, look, the Milarepa, whatever he had, I mean, not just only his material, even he offered his body, speech, mind to the Marba. He offering everything there, whatever he had. Then Marba said he not going to provide him food. Then he begged around and he found some, you know, donation people from other people. And even those are bring to the Marba's house, offering to. So that is showing as a, you know, fully kind of I think that is a sign of how much with dedication. I don't think so. It's just that's that matter, that's important to have to offer Lama to the material. Make sense? But that is showing as a sign of our how dedicated we are, how serious we are.
I'm motivated.
Yeah, how motivated. We're not just playing around. We're not just testing. We're fully trusting on that. So then, and the offering of the service means that just try to do that necessary, which is in this country a little bit difficult. Truth is, because we don't have that system. Like even the most of older people, they just go to the nursing home because people have no time. In the monastery, we have that system. The new monk become a student of the older monk. Then the new monk take care of the older monk like that. Actually, sometimes they become more close than relative. That is so that is a offering of the service. Then actually, supreme offering is the practice. Whatever you receive the instruction, if you practice, then the Lama's lineage will remain. Doesn't matter how many number of student comes to the Lama. If you don't practice, then when Lama is died, the lineage is died too. Not just practice. I mean, you need to like best is first is a practice. Then, so I think otherwise, I mean, having Lama around is not really that much meaningful if we don't practice according to the Guru's instruction. And then we're just seeing our friend. Nothing more than that. Make sense? So supreme offering to the Guru is the practice. I heard one Westerner said, Marba is really lucky made the Milarepa. Because the Milarepa is carry on continually his teaching. Make sense? So that way, the practice is the main reason. So that way, supreme offering is a practice. So these three vital pleasing, polishing the jewels. So wish fulfilling jewels before prayer for the wish fulfilling jewels. What you have to do is have to polish. The polishing is called the 3 times of wash and 3 times dry. So first you wash by salty water. The jewel first wash by salty water, then dry by the kind of like a wool fabric. And the second one is a wash by the fruit, like or juice or rice water. In a little bit gentle, more gentle rice water, and dry by the kind of more fine cloth. Then third one is a wash by the medicinal water. Then dry by the silk. So this is called the jewel, wish fulfilling jewel, 3 times wash and 3 times dry. So once you're done on those 3, then put wish fulfilling jewel on the Victorian banner, and when you pray, fulfill all your wishes. So 3 different type of a pleasing is the same way, 3 way to washing the wish fulfilling jewels. Then put it on jewel as on the Victoria banner is the same as a Guru on our crown or front of us meditating. Then supplicate. Once we supplicate to the Guru with this 3 pleasing, then bring the rainfall of the supreme and common siddhis. So rainfall of supreme common, rainfall of many, countless of it. So what is the supreme and what is the common siddhis? Common siddhi is like become a long life, becoming wealthy, and all those mundane benefit. Healthy, wealthy, long life, and things that help our life sustain to longer, healthier, happier, whatever necessity can want. That is a wish fulfilling jewel can give those, and also from the guru we can receive this kind of common siddhis. Common mean the samsara or mundane or super mundane's common way to can receive. That we call the common siddhi. Then supreme siddhi mean the realization of the Mahamudra. So realization of the Mahamudras only can have the realization from the gurus. Yeah. So that way you look the 14 root downfall. In the first word said all the siddhi are rely on the precious guru. Vajradhara said, all the siddhi are rely on the precious guru. So that way you have to hold the samaya. Something like that. Meaning is on the 14 root downfall text. So, so by, from the guru, when we supplicated, when we have a please, through supplicated with the 3 way to please, guru devotion, supplicate, yeah, then those common and the supreme siddhi can fall like a rain, countless of them. Bring the fulfilled siddhis. Lama is the embodiment of the object of refuge. So why is a Lama not the deities? Because deities and all those 3 jewels is a part of the Lama, called the Quindi Nubiru. Embody of all like jewel tradition. So Lama is a kind of like embodiment of all other like 3 jewel, 3 root, everything is a part of the guru. Even the deity is a part of the guru. When Marba was receiving empowerment from the Naropa about the Chakra Sambhavara, and at one point Naropa showed the mandala of the Chakra Sambhavara on the space, and Naropa asked to Marba, now you're going to do prostration first to the deity of the mandala or to the guru? And Marba thought, I will see guru long as I'm here, but I'm not going to see that mandala like this every day. So I will do prostration first to the mandala of the deity. Then Marba dissolved all the mandala to him. He said, you are foolish that you don't understand that those all deity are a part of the guru. So that way, guru is the embodiment of the 3 jewel and 3 roots. Guru's body is a Sangha, Guru's speech is Dharma, Guru's mind is Buddha, Guru's body is a Lama, Guru's mind, speech is a deity, Guru's mind is a Dagini. So it's all the Guru is the embodiment of the everything. That way, here said the embodiment of all the object of the refuge. Those are 3 jewel or 3 root are object of the refuge. All the enlightened, all the enlightened, like even the Buddha, we divide into the 5 family, yeah? Sometimes you see the 6th family is called the Vajradhara. That is the guru. So 6 family means the compounded of all those 5 family become a 6th family. When all the 5 family put together, it becomes a 6th family. That is the guru. So that way, guru is the object to the refuge. This is my heart's advice. Okay. Where's now? Samaya with the Lama is like the one's consciousness and life. Abandoning it created the corpse that cannot be revived. Samaya is a indispensable. This is my heart's advice. So Samaya means the relationship. Can say relationship? Yeah. mean the commitment.
Mhm.
Once we make the commitment, and we have to keep that commitment. So with the guru, how to have a relationship is when guru accept you as a student, you have a responsibility and guru have a responsibility. Both way to have to keep that responsibility. So if guru broke the samaya, he is have a downfall. If you broke the samaya, they will have downfalls. So that reason samaya as mean the commitment. As like one's consciousness and life. Life as a something that consciousness and body keep together. What is keeping the consciousness and body together is a wind element. Yeah, longest we have the wind, it means the longest we can breathe, we will live. Yeah, and then consciousness is something that is a kind of compounding with the body. Yeah, so this together we become alive. Consciousness, life, and body. Yeah, together we become alive. If our body is without the consciousness and life, what is become is a death. Death means the useless. So without the samaya, whatever we do practice, without the keeping samaya, whatever we do practices, there's no accomplishment will come. Because from the dead body cannot do anything. It's become useless. That's what people throw away by paying lots of money. Nobody needs anymore. Once die, even that person is really important in the family. Once they stop breathing, and it's called the death and become useless. Then they have to hire a professional to get rid of it. It's called the funeral. I mean, family will have to pay lots of money to do that one, yeah? So that is showing as a once become a dead body, it's useless. They are not much use. That is what the corp means. So that is the same way. When you don't keep the samaya, even no matter how much you practice, it's like corp. They are useless. Not going to gain any kind of a benefit, any kind of result. You know, when you're alive, you can walk wherever you want to go, you can go there. But once you die, you cannot go anywhere. The body not go anywhere. Unless someone carrying you to take there. Make sense? So without the samaya, keeping samaya of the relationship of with the guru, so that way we have to keep this samaya, tamci. So this samaya is, I think, if translate some kind of like a secret commitment. So it's mean the commitment. We have when we request to some particular guru become our guru, have a commitment, make a commitment. You accept as that person as a guru, and that guru as your that person, that guru accept you as a disciple. Make sense? So guru have a responsibility, disciple have a responsibility. So that way Lord Jiddu Sungku said, both teacher and student have equal to responsibility of samaya. Both have to hold the samaya. If not hold, both can have a downfall from that. So there's one Drupakuji master called the Tuto Ukimba. He's one teaching said, in the land of the snow, a poor monk Rinpoche, his name, Tuto Rinpoche, not Rinpoche, sorry. I'm not afraid any enemy except the samaya brokings. And I don't rely anyone except my gurus. So the reason have to keep the samaya indispensable, yeah?
Indispensable.
Indispensable.
Does that apply to the other person?
Both.
Well, they each experience a root downfall from their actions, but does the other one experience the root downfall from the other's actions?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if that is possible, then all Buddha forget about it. But it can cause to your guru to some health problem and things like that. There's one, you know that in the Jiddu Sungku, there's called the 20 verses prayer. It's wrote by Lingqin Repa, one of the greatest highly realized master in Tibet. You know, even Pamodrupa said, in the India, highest realized of the Mahamudra was the Saraha. In Tibet, you are the highest realized one. That Lingqin Repa, his Pamodrupa as his guru, root guru, he said. But at that age 52, two samaya broking students came to receive teaching from him, and he died because of that samaya brokings. So yes, even guru's health can be impacted from that samaya broking. It's called the tamti deep. It's like a kind of like a obscuration from the broken samaya. Okay, one more, then we stop. I think today become a little bit too much. At least maybe I will stop here. Then tomorrow, next Tuesday is for empowerment. So how many verses we finish? 56. 10, 9, or 8. It's not much.
We were on 34 Tuesday. I don't remember where we left off.
44, 45.
45. So if it's 56, then we've done 11.
Yeah. So rabbinic for empowerment is like the stream nectar. They purify the four obscuration and plant the seed of the four kayas. They are the root of a Vajrayana path. This is my heart's advice. So we have to receive the empowerment. Once we find the guru, then we have to receive the empowerment into the Vajrayana path. So Lord Jiddu Sungku said in the Gungchik, distinguishing the Vajrayana and the Mahayana as the empowerment. When you receive empowerment, then you become a Vajrayana. But without receiving empowerment, even you recite those all mantra, it's become just a Mahayana. sutra. You know, so like Heart Sutra have that, Buddhist, so then all the mini sutra have the mantra. But the empowerment transform your body, speech, mind. So how to do is, he said, ripening for empowerment is like stream nectar. So ripening means that making preparation of a ready to receive the actually, practice of the generation and the completion stage. So ripening is like making ready. When fruit is ripe, then you're ready to eat. If not ripe, then you cannot eat. Yeah. So ripening means that like preparing to, ready to actually fruition will gain. So that is called the empowerment. So that the empowerment is like stream of nectar and purifying the 4 obscurations. So there's you can say that nectar, when you receive the empowerment, you receive that water, that's the nectar of the Bodhicitta. When it is, put on your crown, and when it reach to the purify all the reach to your forehead and the head chakra, crown chakra, purified all the physical obscurations. When reach to the throat chakra, purify all the speech obscurations. When reach to the heart chakra, purify all the mind obscurations. And reach to the navel, purified all the subtle obscurations. By this nectar receiving through the vast empowerment can be purified all to 3 obscurations. So the vast empowerment purify the body, secret empowerment purify the speech, wisdom empowerment purify the mind, and the 4th empowerment purify the subtle obscurations. Yeah. So through the receiving 4 empowerment, purifying the 4 obscurations of the body, speech, mind, and subtle obscurations. That is through the, so it's mean that just like washing away all the defilement. Then plant the seed of the 4 kayas. When our body is purified, we plant the seed of the nirvana kaya. When speech is purified, the plant of the seed of the, or you can say, when you receive the vast empowerment, plant the seed of the nirvana kaya. When we receive the secret empowerment, plant the seed of the Sambhoga Kaya. When we receive the wisdom empowerment, plant the seed of the Dharma Kaya. When we receive the 4th empowerment, plant the seed of the Savivaka Kaya. So that is what is happening in the 4 Kaya. They are root of the Vajrayana path. So root means the beginning, how start. So if we want to be practice the Vajrayana path, have to start with the empowerment. Actually, so that was root of the Vajrayana path. This is my heart's advice. Okay, I think we stop here. Yeah. Some comment here. Okay, Ling said, Khenpo, if a guru making free samaya to him after giving loan, what does it mean free samaya?
Free samaya, I'm
Like this one, Khenpo, before giving some.
Oh, you mean the guru give the permission to you don't have samaya anymore?
Yeah.
No, you cannot give anyone to permission. No, even Buddha cannot give that permission. Reality is a reality. Bad is always a bad. Even Guru said it's okay. It's not never become okay. So there's no really such things called the permission. But sometimes, you have to ask the Guru's permission, certain things you allow to or not allow. That is not just only Vajrayana, even the Vinaya, you need a Guru's permission to everything. So why we need the Guru's permission is because we can make mistake, so then also you're not keeping the relationship of the Guru.
Okay.
So then you need the permission from the Guru. Yes, that one is a need permission from the Guru. But Guru cannot make something that is okay, you can do because I give you permission. Make sense? Those two are different.
So I wonder if she's asking if the guru can absolve her of, or absolve the person, not her, but absolve the person of any karmic debt that would be accumulated by breaking the samaya. The guru said, it's okay, I can't speak for it, but I'm just curious if that's what she means.
You mean that way?
No, I mean like this one. When we are gathering, and
Yes.
One Rinpoche want to giving the empowerment, the abhiseka,
Yeah.
and then the people making some asking in the place, yeah, by one to the one in the who attend in the empowerment, yeah, and then after that the translator asking to the Rinpoche and giving the, yeah, from the people who attend, that is it have a samaya, and then the Rinpoche said that you don't have any samaya with me, that one. I'm still giving you empowerment, and I'm not giving samaya with you.
That's no one can say like that. Samaya means that just when you request the empowerment and Guru accept, that is what is making the commitment. That's a commitment. So Guru can say, I don't want a commitment with you by not giving empowerment. But once you give empowerment, you cannot say, I don't want a commitment with you, because you already give the empowerment. That is a commitment. So I don't think so there is a can call the, you don't have any more worry about the samaya, even I give you this one. I don't think so, something like that. You mean something like that?
Yeah, because I'm confused with my Khenpo say that abhiseka is free if no samaya, and then another said it's okay because the Rinpoche said the free you of samaya. And so now I
mean,
asking,
it can say free your samaya and CD both.
oh.
So yes, you can have a free samaya, same time you will have a free CD.
Because he said the samaya with the deity is still have, yeah, and but with me
That mean that that person cannot make that inseparable of the deity and guru. In the Vajrayana, one of the most important is you have to see guru inseparable of the deity. If you cannot see that one, then that is a big mistake from the beginning.
What is it when people say you can take the empowerment as a blessing? I mean, what exactly are they talking about?
It's just like called the initiation, body initiation, speech initiation. Sometimes you just receive it as a blessings. That is a blessing also.
But that doesn't encompass the samaya, or it doesn't?
Yeah, of course, a samaya means always there's a once you make the commitment, there's a samaya.
Okay, so there's no such thing. It's just take it as a blessing. I can just take.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, there's a lot of people that think that.
I don't think so. That's the word. So that way, I think lots of people misunderstand of the empowerment.
Yeah.
They think something that kind of power you gain without your own responsibility.
Mhm.
I don't think so. Such things like that exist. I mean, there's no really free ride. There's no hitchhiking. I don't know what others said. I really cannot speak there because I'm sure everyone, including your guru, have their own reasons. So that way, I really cannot say exactly what he or she said, and this is right or wrong or anything. But what I understood is once we make the commitment of this ceremony, long as we have this ceremony, there is a commitment. So that is a ceremony is like when you go to the meeting have some or what called the agenda, yeah. So if you go to the meeting and you don't follow to the agenda, then means you're not really not respecting to the meeting. Make sense? So same way, like if you stay in the one country, become a citizen, you have to follow to the law of the what call this that country's law. Otherwise, if you not follow to that country's law, you're disrespectful that country. So same way, once we join that kind of community, whatever their ceremony, every ceremony have their own, what called the commitment. I mean, what I can say this way, whatever you receive have a commitment. Like somebody give you egg. If you don't receive, it will fall down and break. So you will not have the egg and that person doesn't have the egg. So that's, so if you want to receive something, you have to protect that one. So when we receive, including the blessings, even the recipient just think as a blessing, have a responsibility of keeping that one. If you don't protect that one, you break that one. That's called the broken samaya. So everything, whatever you receive, you have to take a fully responsible on that. Like somebody give you the dog. Now it's a responsibility on you to take care of the dog, feeding, taking doctor and everything. Or you have another choice is said, no, I don't want the dog. Then you don't have to take all the responsibility. So whatever you're receiving, long as you receive, you have to take responsibility. If somebody give you a house, you say, wow, I get the house, thank you so much. But including you have to pay the bills, you have to pay the insurance, you have to pay all those, you have to pay expensive. If you don't take responsibility of those things, you may lose that house sooner or later. Yeah.
You may not be able to afford the taxes on it.
Yeah, so that way you have to know that taking that, can you take responsibility or not just a blessing as something that you gain without any you're responsible. This is, I'm talking about the mundane things, any things. So that way, including to the receiving empowerment and blessing, definitely you have to take some degree of responsible polity. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Khenpo.
Okay, you're welcome. Somebody is coming now. We are leaving. Okay, so if there's no samaya secret commitment. Yes. Secret commitment. Because it's a secret naturally. Samaya free blessings as a it's just like I think similar like you go to beautiful garden, look the beautiful garden, that day you can enjoy the garden. But at the end of the day, it's no longer with you, the garden. You have to leave them behind because you don't want to take the responsibility. So when we receive the empowerment say, I really like the garden, so that way I want to build my backyard as a really beautiful garden. Then it is your now, but at the same time, you have to take responsibility of taking care. If you not take care, it's no longer there. Same as a not have, yeah? So that one. So that reason, must try to. Then also other hand is lots of people have this fear of, oh, when I receive this samaya, I have to make the commitment. That means I have to keep that one. So if I don't receive, then I don't have the commitment. I don't have to keep. Actually, receive the samaya or vow and break is better than never received. Make sense?
Yeah.
If you never receive, you never plant the seed. If you receive but not take care, but still when you dig the ground, seed is come back. There's a seed you plant. So making mistake with the receive is actually long-termly better than never receive. Another ways I can say is this way. If you receive, then you make a mistake. Then you will never forget that mistake. You always remember. So whenever you get chance, you will purify it. And you not receive the commitment, but you make mistake. You never noticing that. You think it's okay. Make sense?
So you can probably reap the negativity or negative karma from breaking the samaya, but the potentiality is still there.
Yes. I mean, if you receive the samaya, okay, empowerment, from the receiving to until the breaking, that merit is not gone anywhere.
Okay.
That is belong to you. If you not received and you broke, then you have not merit of receiving, but you breaking continually. Breaking is, that doesn't matter. You make the commitment or not make commitment. The break always a break. So sometimes people have this thing. Oh, if I don't receive, then I don't have to worry about the breaking. I think that's not true. So this is actually lots of Tibetan culture have this one. If you become a monk and you broke the vow, and people say, oh, this is really broke the vow. We use a really bad word for the talo, kind of really bad word, you know. But when normal people who do all those things every day, but nobody said those are bad, then it's not becoming, you know, monk is better than become a monk. Not receiving empowerment is better than empowerment. So even we mistake, like if somebody give you like this kind of cup, yeah, even you damage that one, still you can use some part. You can fix or you can try to use that one. But if you never receive the cup, you have nothing to use. Even broken one you cannot use. Make sense? So that way, I think receiving and breaking is better than not receiving. Sometimes we have lots of fears about, oh, if we receive, then we have to take commitment, this and that. Seems like, say, when you not receive, you don't have to worry about that. Actually, you breaking is the same way. You receive or not receive, doesn't matter. But only different is, say, yes, if you receive and break, you broke your commitment, yeah. At the same time, you have a sense of feel of guilt. So long-termly, it not become that happy negative, heavy. But you not receive and broke the samaya, you don't have a sense of guilt. So at that moment, maybe the break is not bad because not involved with the commitment. But long-termly, it becomes really heavy negative. Because you have no feeling of guilt or anything for that. So same way, in the Gongji also said, negative doing with the intention and without intention. At the moment of the doing negative, actually with the intention is really heavy. and without intention. But long-termly, if you're done with the intention, you will, whenever you get chance, you will purify that. You have a sense of guilt, sense of remorse, you know. But if you did with something without the intention, at that moment, not really heavy as with the intention, but slowly, it becomes really heavy. So it's like an example is a box, wooden box, and metal ball. Wooden box you can see, yeah. The metal ball inside the wooden box you cannot see that wooden metal ball, but those are put in the water. Box still flow on the top. That ball will direct go down. So without the knowing, it's long termly is heavier. Negative. So okay, here we have something. Once more, Kambalas, if we make a mistake, we can call the making broken samaya, but if guru making block or no, admit we disciple is still broken samaya. Then it's not blocking samaya. It's if guru block you, that means the guru lost the compassion. First of all, he lost his bodhicitta. Make sense? So then same time, I think he lost his own commitment. That's not your mistake. It's the guru's mistake. Because guru first accept you as a disciple, then said, no, I don't want anymore. Unless there's a good reason, if you make something really crazy, mistake, then guru can say, I cannot train you anymore. You have to go. So I don't know. I don't know that part is because if all the Sangha said he is no longer with us, we don't want then, because this is Sangha's decision, that means that they have a good reason. Make sense? If everybody make the decision that way, there must have some good reason. So that then it's better to that person is keep it out. So it's not really breaking samaya, but it's I think better for the long term, like damaging more. So I mean, I don't know that really situation that way, but if like, for example, there's a group and from the group, one person is naughty and everybody said, we have to kick out him. Otherwise, not good for our group. Then yes, sake of our group, we have to kick out. Like Buddha's time, there was monk. He killed his own mother and he became a monk. Buddha didn't know that, I mean, nobody knows what happened, but then later find out that he was the murderer for his own mother. So Buddha asked him to, because you stay in my community, it calls community as a really bad name. So please go away. So Buddha peacefully made him to leave. So I mean, at that time, Buddha is not breaking samaya or anything. So because if something is harmful for the community or harmful for the practice or other, then it's better to stay away from that. That is what we do when we receive the empowerment. We give the dharma to the obscurations, because those obstacles are sentient beings, but still they're not really helpful for us. Yeah, they're not helpful for the practitioner. So that way we said, peacefully we requested them to say, please move away, go away. So I mean, that's we have to look at all the situation. I don't know.
So in the case of the Buddha, it was the many would be hurt by.
Yes, this person.
Yeah, and so one person.
Yes.
To the entire community.
Yes, so that way, and it's not like a harming to him, just him disdaining. This is in the Hinayana, Mahayana, Vajrayana, everywhere said, if somebody is harmful like that, is a disdaining from that person is better. So if all the group and guru, if we make decision about this, and then it's not really breaking samaya, but in India, there's a said, if Your body is a caught with a cancer. Cancer?
Cancer.
It's a better cut the cancer and throw away than just feeding the cancer.
Okay, thank you, Khenpo.
Okay, I that's what I think. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. You don't trust me. Okay, thank you so much. Chan Joy Sem Joy Rinpoche Man Je Ba Nai Je Joy Je Je Bai Nyam Bai Men Bai Yang Kone Kondo Pe Wai Shoi Tata Konde Tam Je Je Du Sondo Sabada Yebe Jebe Zawadi Tata Seje Tanje Nyundo Lana Memba Yanda Ba Zobe Jancho Rembo Je Taba Joje Isheja Konse Kunje Chuje Je Tende Nela Wando De Komba Renje Beje Temba Sede Shejo To San Komben Zenjo Ji